Tonight in Greater Boston, second-hand items, first-rate bargains. How the economic crisis is leading to a booming business for thrift stores. Plus, changes at the Boston Globe. A first look at its new look. And how does it get here from there? An author traces the global journey of the stuff in his life. Good evening. Retail sales across the country are seeing decreases in net sales just as the holiday season approaches. But that bust has been a boon for thrift stores like Second Time Around. The Chelsea branch of the Salvation Army has seen a 10% increase in business. However, overall, the Salvation Army and Goodwill report that their clothing donations are way down. It's all part of the good news, bad news cycle of this fragile economy. Jared Bowen has more.
In this economy, it's all about being dressed to the discounts.
It's busy. I mean, I'm up. People are, feeling hurt in the wallet, so they come here and they can get 10 times as much for the same amount.
In the economic tumble, higher-end clothing retail has found itself under the bus. Driving what's left of retail are low-end chains and thrift and consignment shops like Somerville's Poor Little Rich Girl. It more than quadrupled in size 2 years ago, and still, says owner Meredith Byam, sales are up by over a third. And more people than ever are looking for quick cash.
I'm actually unbelievably busy with incoming. It's consignment by appointment. So normally I'm about 4 weeks in advance for appointments. Right now I'm close to 8. I'm almost 2 months in advance booked. That's 10 appointments a day.
There's a new reality in retail as the lap of luxury has grown suddenly pricey. Last month, luxury store sales plunged from a year ago, with Neiman Marcus, Saks Fifth Avenue, and Nordstrom all down in revenue. On the lower end, Target was down 3%, but sales figures for both BJ's and Walmart were up.
I am seeing just, people say, like, hey, I can't go into J. Crew and give them $250 for a blazer. I'll give you $30. So I think people are just wisening up. I mean, it's expensive to shop full retail.
And as we head into the all-important holiday shopping season, for which many stores from luxury all the way down to discount have already started lowering their prices, consumer confidence is at an all-time low.
When it comes to food, I'll pay any price for good food. But when it comes to the clothes, so long as it's a good quality piece of merchandise, you try to find something that's going to last and maybe stay in the style trend for a few years.
I also take full advantage of the consignment process as far as bringing things in. She keeps it on my account so I can just come in. I don't have to put down cash or a credit card. It just rolls over on my account. So it's so easy.
Which means for this fall and beyond, old is the new.
All right, with me now are Jeffrey Kessler of Second Time Around, Kathleen Siders of the Carroll School of Management at Boston College, and Deborah Winnick of the Needham Community Council. Welcome to all of you.
Thank you.
Jeffrey, I'm curious if you're experiencing the same thing as the people over at Poor Little Rich Girl in Somerville. You're getting more people coming in, trying to consign people, and more people wanting to buy?
Yeah, our business on the sales side, we're up double digits, and we have this similar experience as Meredith did as far as having a long time for appointments to consign merchandise.
I'm curious, what are people trying to consign, and what are most people looking for when they walk in? Is it one-of-a-kind items, black tie, or big fancy purses, or
Well, besides the value you get, you're paying, probably a third to a quarter of the original retail. You're getting items in perfect condition. Yeah. But the other part that makes it very exciting is the inventory changes hourly, and they're one-of-a-kind pieces.
Hourly, yeah.
We have a couple different stores in the same neighborhoods, and we have customers going to all of those stores because they're all individual pieces. So it's exciting for the customer.
Yeah. Now, Deborah, your situation is a little different.
Yes, it is.
People drop off, and it's strictly a donation situation.
It is. We are a social service agency, and our thrift shop supports the programs that we run for community members in Needham. So many people choose not to consign their clothes, but to donate them to us because they know that when we sell them, the proceeds go to help their neighbors.
And do they bring in everything, or is it fairly high quality
Bring
stuff?
in everything. It's high quality. We really are looking for high quality, everything in good shape. We have adult clothes, kids' clothes, men's clothes. Actually, in the consignment world, it's hard to find a place where there are men's clothes.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
we have
noticed
a
that.
really good selection of...
And who are your shoppers?
Our shoppers are everybody. It used to be our shoppers were low-income members of the community. Now we're tracking our shoppers a little bit more, and we're finding that they're from all different communities, and they're you and me. You know, they're our neighbors. Sometimes people will drop off a bag of donations, come in and shop.
Really? Hey, Kathleen, what's your big picture analysis of what's happening here? Are things going to turn around before the holiday shopping season kicks into full gear?
I don't think that can happen. I think there's too much uncertainty, and not just consumer confidence, but am I going to have a house? Am I going to have a job? Social Security going to exist when I retire? So that's going to really be a serious problem.
I mean,
for
we've already
retailers.
seen a big hit in some of these. I was shocked to see that the Gap on Newberry Street went out of business. We were talking about that a few weeks ago. I mean, what's going to happen? Some of these stores with like literally thousands of chains.
Yeah.
Like the
Stores
Gap
will
are
definitely go under after the season, I think. There's been so much consolidation that there's not a lot left to consolidate at this point. So we're going to see a lot of painful store closings and losses of jobs after the holiday season.
I mean, there's a behavioral thing here, too, because people still, especially women, I mean, honestly, like to shop, and they like to get new stuff, and you hate to just be... So, I mean, do you think this is a trend that will continue?
I actually think that this is a longer-term trend. And first of all, the trend toward vintage clothes made shopping in these kinds of stores legitimate. And then you have people who are very environmentally conscious, and this is clearly a very positive thing to do environmentally. And on top of the economic issues. So I think it's a long-term trend.
I mean, years ago, there was something of a stigma about walking into one of those places. You felt like, geez, I don't want anybody to see me in here, you know, buying secondhand stuff. But that's virtually gone.
Yeah, we've been in the business over 35 years. My mom started our first store.
Where was the first one?
In Newton Highlands. It's still there today. And back then, a lot of people wouldn't go into the store. Her friends wouldn't even go in to say hello to her. So it's been a long progress to get to where we are today, to be, you know, in a very accepted way to shop. So it has changed.
And in terms of the community angle on this, I mean, are they really concerned ecologically? I mean, it used to be that you took your sweaters out, frankly, you know, wrapped them all up in a garbage bag and just away they went with the garbage, you know, the mothy old killed sweaters and all that.
I think that's a piece of it. We're not only seeing clothing being delivered, but we're seeing electronics and household goods, and people, unfortunately, sometimes they use this as a dumping ground.
Yeah, I can imagine. And then what do you do with it all? Like old computers? They must.
We request that everything that comes to us is in working order, and we're very concerned about the change in the television situation with HD TVs.
The old TVs are useless. Don't accept them.
That's right. So we're encouraging people not to bring them to us. But what we can't use, we then turn around and donate to Big Brother, Big Sister, and they come and they pick up from us 3 or 4 times a week, so that it goes on to be used by somebody. And we are seeing an awful lot of people who just want new things, as you say. They like to shop, so they're cleaning out their closets, and then they're coming in, and they know they're helping the community.